So who is your future partner? Will they prove themselves as a future partner? How and where it will begin? So we have the card here giving us the opportunity to explore the courtship and what it adds to your life. We have also strength and foundation, plus challenges and obstacles, and plus the commitment and the long-term potential of this relationship. So with this being said, I want to also use time to time my little mini decks, my little minions, that's what I call them. Yeah, let's begin with the first position. So how and where it will begin. Okay, so eventually this is beginning at a time where you are almost losing your hope in love, maybe, or it's like, you know, if you are wondering, of course I'm assuming you are a single person, if you are wondering, you know, how this person will come to my life, kind of thing, or if you are questioning, if you have some questions about love that you ask to yourself, or what you want out of things, so the person may come at a time where the answers that you maybe give yourself, like, is disappointing. It's like the least, it's like the person shows up in a time that you least expecting. Okay, let's say it like that. Plus, especially we have the La Vecchia Signora and Dispiacere again. Now, there is here maybe an ex of you, maybe time to time still on your mind, or well, maybe previously there was an interaction between you and them, or you have witnessed some of their developments, like there was something disruptive happening, like in your love life, and this outdated situation time to time resurfacing, like stucking in the past, and things maybe have been deteriorating. But the change, the new thinking, the fresh blood arrives as like, maybe for some of you are maybe, or they are, but there is this meditation, therapy, counseling you are getting, or this is about maybe a self-help time for you. Like there is this tools maybe you are using for healing, and this person then appears at a time when you least expecting, and you are eventually busy about healing your own emotional life, like maybe at a time when you are eventually trying to find your creative expression. Okay, or there is a job here or an occupation which has a creative outlet, and it can be also with the cups energy around that creativity. By the way, there can be a water association here, maybe like at a time you meet, there is this scenery of a lake, a pond, or there is this place with the water features, I don't know, maybe fountain or waterfall. Okay, that can be this type of thing. So yeah, it is happening in a way though which is awakening Ace of Cups feelings in you. So like renewing your faith in love, and you know, these new feelings, they can blossom But yes, that loss, that upheaval has also took place, and maybe again this breakups, maybe for some of you that was a divorce, maybe a separation, there was heartbreak, anger, but this new person is like now appearing with the new sensations, especially in the emotional level. There is a lot of sensations happening there, like the cups being filled. So this person can be completely new for you, like a kind of a person even outside of your circle, style. Ace of Cups can be also with the Five of Cups, maybe, by the way, okay, there is this now very specific thing I'm gonna say, but this is not going to resonate with everyone. Maybe a 5% or 2% of people watching. Like, there can be a loss of an old person who has completed their life cycle. Like, literally, there can be something like funeral kind of thing. And there is this maybe connection there. Like, eventually, at an event where there is a grieving and mourning for a lost person, you may come across with them, okay? Well, yeah, it can be for sure. So, which is talking about now this new person, then maybe you are first time interacting with them, and we can talk about this strings of emotion being stimulated, and you may feel very much drawn to the person, and well, hearts may get quickened, so one can ask for it, I don't know, maybe another interaction, but you feel there is a potential, but it's a very early stage. This is something fresh, but deep down that's a vulnerable time. But you see, we have the major challenge to overcome. Then this togetherness will give you strength. This is connecting with the other person with full empathy. But something is also at the background is being very purifying. Heart, emotion, intention. So this person towards you, towards them, can make each other that special one. And it's that love is in the air kind of thing. But let's see though, I mean, how then the rest of the relationship is most likely to evolve. How opening this heart and how to delve deeper into the feeling level. So the courtship is strength, a lot of patience, and as we have the major challenge to overcome with this strength card, wow, this is a strong one. And to be honest, this is kind of a relationship where people have a lot of patience. Like something is really taming their like animalistic desires, like they are purely aware of you know, that strong energy, sometimes tension, like people really knowing how to act, like, you know, not to push the person, like, you know, if I do that, will I exceed my limit? There is this self-control going on there, especially in order to clear a misunderstanding. This strength here can be needed. So a courtship where there is this also personal boundaries, I would say, then, well, strength card is a bit withholding. So that interaction in the heart level first is not really, it may get very deep with strength, but not yet opening up to each other, okay? With the strength, you really are into like a pure patience, like you are really unshakable, and there is, it's not, it's not like saying, what if I call him or I call her. You exactly know what to do, how to do it, and there is a sense of patience. And I don't know, a particular difficulty or a particular difficult feeling maybe first needs to be overcome, so that like together maybe the strength can be, if this loss or that in the beginning I was talking about, we have the Five of Cups after all. So in that difficult time, the strength is telling me also, okay, throughout our courtship, we have endured a difficult time together, and like people trying to also overcome those self-defeating unconscious matters. Maybe, you know, it is really challenging to move into a more open-minded, honest level of love, maybe very expressive, but it's a lot of challenges to overcome, so that maybe more peaceful, loving relationships will be available for you there. Because in the overcoming process, it's a different way of connecting, like this enduring, and through that endurance, one of course gains inner strength, and then with that inner strength they confront with the necessary changes that need to take place maybe in this relationship, because one can then determine their needs and wants, right? So it is like a chain reaction, and if one needs to walk away, they walk away as well. Okay, so the strength here is a whole process about that, but is a good healthy one. Okay, what it adds to your life? The Hermit, a lot of reflection. The relationship is like is adding the quality of, now Hermit as quality here, that's really reflection, behaving responsibly, deliranti reverse, like being responsible for the things in your own hands, and being accountable for your own actions. You know, if you are really courageous to take responsibility, you take it. If you don't, you don't. And not doing, you know, refraining from unwise things, refraining from unwise behavior, really thinking twice before giving any judgment. A degree of, you know, that assessing things, like seeing the reality. So is a more quality, this energy, very introverted, like the person is definitely bringing that self-reflection. Let's get it with the tea leaf cards. No, not yet. One more time. Okay, so for Hermit, what we need to know. Oh, so if you are planning this future with them, if you want to invest further, it's also making you take care of your own material life, material wealth. This can be also your health, your regimen, your nutrition, your finances, like because this is it can feel like, okay, this is gonna make a relationship. I need my resourcefulness, so take caring more to yourself. Strength and foundation. Oh, you know, you are getting this major arcana cards. There was a sign also who get this much of major cards. Just a sec. If we find that much of major cards in a reading, so this is also a major relationship, if you ask me. So it is not an ordinary connection. Eventually no connection is ordinary, but this one is, I think, a special one. In a way, it's massive. The strength and foundation, both of you want to have a settled life. Like, you have both, you know, having no great desire to make changes just to make some changes, like really knowing your limits, knowing the way that you can expand, at least having the vision of it. Also, you know, trying to reach a domestic comfort and letting go of things which does not really serve for the wellness of this relationship, and not really running like headless chickens, you know, where to go next, what to consume next, or there is this nice settled feeling. Also, I was talking about the inner reflective approach. There is a particular spiritual work in this connection. Some family situation, family problems. Maybe you have a common with this person, you have some common family related problems, but you are getting together, finding strength when dealing with this, because maybe at times you are really distancing yourself from unneeded people, unneeded situations. You definitely know your boundaries. When you need perspective from each other, it's about giving that. And then realizing there is a particular spiritual dimension as well, which is really connecting you. Let's get some Sibillas. And if a particular change needs to be made, you can, knowing that, doing changes which is not going to like separate you, but doing changes which can really keep together, even in situations which may eventually have the danger to physically separate you, maybe due to workplaces or other things, family matters, or, but it's like this moving together energy. Challenge and the obstacle here. Okay, one person may not really want to invest in very fresh and new things. The other person may be more willingness, but eventually to renew oneself and regenerate or learning something new, you know, finding to invest, like a person can be overly guarded about things. This can be one challenge. The obstacle here can be taking everything too seriously and not relaxing at times. It can be, so this relationship, I think, needs some getaway points where they can really crack the matrix and like being really partners in crime, you know, bringing that sometimes this stimulus to the connection will be important, I do feel. Otherwise, people will really feel like so much retired, like word card. Yes, creating a change for the better and the butterfly, and you have two-time butterfly, come on, explains that. So in a time when the relationship needs that change, giving it to that change, insisting on that change will be important. Otherwise, things can grow very comfortable. The commitment and long-term Wheel of Fortune. Now, Wheel of Fortune is more than, if you ask me, commitment and long-term. And it is nice to see this card. The time will tell. The commitment and the long-term, time will tell. This is like a translation. There will be ups and downs. If you manage to really overcome these, there can be a marriage. But, or, you know, that's traditional commitment. So you are subjected to that Wheel of Fortune, the movements of the wheel. So which works like a cosmic clock, right? There will be times that you will feel tested, And as you also take the advantage of positive changes, when a positive change arrives, taking the next step in the relationship and starting a new phase with the person, even maybe a small same joint of project, but one can here show a disinterest, can really help you to circulate. Otherwise, Wheel of Fortune can go in opposite direction. Like that, one can feel discontent in the relationship, and things can be a bit shaky there. This is how you will really taking the advantage of this wheel, okay? But eventually the universe is working at the background to bring you something, okay? To take the advantage of it, so that you need to work with the universe, with your partner. You can really find some good fortune coming. Be aware of self-delusion, okay? In general, and be discerning about exactly what you want. Yeah, and knowing that in the relationship, guys, you know, in healthy relationship, there are cycles and nothing stays same forever. If you do not go through those how to say changing, if you do not experience those changing stages of a long-term relationship, well, this is gonna be problem. So it's better to trust, okay? Trust the process there. Yeah, so shifts in directions. One needs to navigate this accordingly. Let's get one storyboard card for you. I don't know, but you see the scenery here. It's like a steampunk. It's like a steampunk movie. Now, this can, of course, can speak about many things, but imagine the steam here. Something is about to explode, and two people are looking at each other and, like, you know, what we gonna do kind of thing at that explosion moment. It's like a scenery which is frozen. So, you know, it's like when you too much stay like in one place, things get like steamy. That's why the Wheel of Fortune, this change energy, taking the shift, moving, taking the shift, moving. Maybe this is going to what this keep this relationship going. Then the challenge needs to be taken seriously. Creating new areas of interest, not because just because you're gonna like create, but something really authentic, like both of you interested, will be very important. And also like feeling like beginners. Feeling like beginners, you know, having that feeling, not having like this totally settled down feeling, will eventually help you. What is really, that was the strength of your relationship, but the strength of the relationship later can become an obstacle. But if you really take advantage of knowing your challenge and obstacles, you can also make it strength. Thank you so much, Libra, for